thank you, Doran. Yeah, I don't know. I had it going, and then all of a sudden it switched itself off. So thank you for the heads up there. That sucks. I hate when I am talking, blabbering for 5 minutes, and I'm just basically it's going only into my ears. So here we go. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Avacyn, she's interesting. Her abilities kind of build around loyalty and making your creatures benefit from the loyalty abilities. Um, right now in standard, I couldn't find anything that really triggers um, a lot out off of loyalty abilities or loyalty gems. So there's not a whole ton of reason to keep um, getting a bunch of loyalty other than just to spam her third ability, which is cool. But beyond that, you're not doing a whole lot other than just kind of creating a bunch of gems and swaps for you to make with all the loyalty. So this deck is all about maximizing loyalty and getting things out of them. So we got perch protection. X bird tokens. X is the number. X is equal to the amount of loyalty gems on the board. Sometimes I promise a gift. Most of the time I don't, because a lot of times it doesn't matter that much. The creature's gaining shield counter 2 is nice, but in this deck I don't have. Well, I got Arbiter of Nullridge, which blocks. But beyond that, my creature's gaining shield counter 2 is not like the most amazing thing for it. Archangel Elspeth, create X human tokens. X is the number of loyalty gems. So yeah, this is just all about creating a ridiculous amount of loyalty gems. If you really want to throw in like Healer of the Pride with all these tokens you're creating, you can do that. But you're going to kind of want a little bit more power. I mean, you got Banner of Kinship. So Banner of Kinship is basically building up here, and you'll see how it works. Then I could showcase her abilities a little bit. What I noticed about these new walkers is that their abilities are fun without being like super OP. And, you know, obviously the problem with that is why would you choose a planeswalker who's not as powerful as the others? And, you know, a lot of people play that way. I was talking with Doran about like the difference between Spikes and Johnnies. And, yeah, I think what's happening with the planeswalkers of recent time is that there's not a lot of spike walkers around, meaning like ones that are really going to help you win more than any of the S tier walkers around. So what they're giving us are a lot of these like I guess you can call them Johnny walkers, where they're fun. They have like interesting little synergies and things you can dig into. Um, and I think the reason for that is that I feel like they kind of put themselves into a corner by creating so much power creep when they first took over, talking webcore, that they kind of had no choice but to tune everything back down. And I think things will be different once the first few sets rotate, which will be happening later this year. Or no, not later this year. Johnny Walker's a different kind of fun. That's a good point. um, so things will be on more of an even playing field, and sets that look relatively weak compared to what's out there now with the first like 6 or so sets will actually gain a lot more utility. And, you know, for those of you who have never gone through a standard rotation, there's some of you out there. There was a standard rotation, was it last year, that we lost all the Octagon sets, all the remaining ones. And from there, Webcore took over, and we've just had that so far. This is actually kind of an annoying planeswalker to go against here, or a boss to go against here, because he keeps getting rid of all the things that I'm building up. I see they just recycled the corrupted Graphstone graphic there. But I think I was trying to make a point and went off track. Oh well. I'll have to try and remember what I was going off about. Oh yeah, it was about just the type of walkers they're giving us, standard rotation, what's going to happen. Yeah, certain cards that you think have potential, or maybe you don't even think about at all of a sudden, certain cards leave standard and new cards come in, and that card that you thought had no use all of a sudden has a use. So that's always fun. Yeah, when new cards come into the game, there's always some new synergy that makes you think, oh, that rare that was in the back of my mind for the longest time, maybe it's worth playing now. And that happens to me every so often. And I don't usually like spend a ton of time with those kinds of decks unless they're just really good and they make for a good deck to use elsewhere and save and all that. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's so annoying. It's going to make this pretty long. Unless I can get like a Banner of Kinship out. Message retracted. What did you say? Hey, what's up, Hunter? How fun was that stream with Gauze, right? The struggles, the triumphs, the headaches. I'll be back for the rewatch later. No problem, Scott. Good to see you. Golden Wish at this point is kind of pretty late. Oh, you spelled Maine wrong? How do you spell Maine wrong? You spell it with a Z? Yeah, sure, we'll give them loyalty. And a bunch of birds. So how many birds am I going to get? Like 10 or so? And then I'm going to give all my creatures shield counter. But then I'm going to lose shield counter because of his stupid ability. So that was kind of a waste. Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen protection from colorless. Have you guys? I don't know if I've ever seen that symbol there for protection. Okay, good. He wasn't able to activate his ability, so hopefully he doesn't bounce my guys. Good. All right. So we won here. Getting a bunch of loyalty and a bunch of conversion here. I wish the protection lasted more than just that one turn. Okay, that was a bit of a slog of a battle just because of who our opponent was, but it's a fun deck. It's not using anything too crazy or even anything that meta, except maybe Banner. Etheric Amplifier. Elspeth is kind of meta. I don't know. What do you guys think of? I don't even know how do you exactly determine what's meta and what's not. Because there are cards I see a lot, but like what constitutes a card making it meta or not? Does anyone have a good answer for that? It can't just be like, oh, I see it every battle, so because that's kind of a narrow definition of meta, isn't it? Let's see. Is there anything else that I wanted to do to this deck? For those of you who haven't seen the deck yet, I'll bring it up here. So basically, build up our tokens, throw down a Banner of Kinship, try and win fast. I had to put in all these token generators because I was going up against some battles where they were just constantly removing my creatures. And even with like basically 4 creatures, it was still hard to keep them all going. One thing that's kind of a drawback with just mono white in general, they're all creature focused. Quintorius Canned is nice, even though he's red white, but I love the fact that you can have a white walker that you can run creatureless. It's kind of a unique thing. There haven't really been mono greens that you can run creatureless, right? Okay, get a banner. A bit early for the banner. Her other abilities are alright. I'd like to spam her A3. So now he's got first strike. But I need to hit his second so I can get vigilance down on my creatures. Like I was saying, with most mono whites, they're very dependent on having creatures on board. Did he? Mono green with which walker? I guess if you don't count tokens, I just mean like with the creatureless win con. It's a weird thing to want to build, I'll admit, but okay, now I got vigilance because I hit her A2. So now he's got prevent damage, first strike, and vigilance. And he's just a little flock of crows. That's as much detail as I have, unfortunately. No, okay. Maybe I'll take a peek at it. Maybe I'll take him off ignore for one day. I saw him in Gaz's chat. He's not usually there, but he had something that he wanted to see. Steve? Oh, really? Is he doing a set review? What's he up to? Okay, so that's enough Avacyn for now. Let's look at the Sapling, because no one's really talked about him yet much either. Sapling, again, he's okay. Let's look at his abilities. You strike. Okay, so his sturdy bark. When your first creature attacks, create a spare bark token, and the spare bark tokens are when you take damage, gain X life. X is 2 plus this card's shield, then destroy this support. He's been ranting about Hate Flare for 10 minutes. I like Hate Flare. What does he not like about it? See, this is why I can't watch his shit anymore, because like it's just too frustrating. I just end up like disagreeing and hating and trying to chat with him on his streams, and he never reads any of his chats. So it's like, what's the point? We're just watching you rant about shit, and yeah, just not really. I like to interact. If I'm in the chat with somebody and they're taking, like, if they're reading chats, like, I like to see that interaction between the creator and the chat. So if that's not happening, then just like, well, now I'm just listening to a podcast, basically. Okay, so when you take take damage, gain X life. X is 2 plus this card's shield and destroy the support. So you get a little bit of life back when you take damage, and that's not a bad little passive. Destroy a non-token, non-tree folk opposing card at random. So he's got untargeted removal for 9. Sarah responds for him sometimes, but he never looks. Yeah. It's just not what I'm interested in. If the destroyed card is a creature, gain 5 loyalty. Otherwise, create 2 spare bark tokens. So it's a decent little ability. It's fairly costed at 9 mana. We're playing green and black, so it shouldn't be too hard to gain loyalty and stuff. So, and then create a sapling master plant token, reinforce it 3 times. When the first creature you control attacks, your opponent loses X, like X is his support shield. So, yeah, I guess you can try and spam it. For 15, it's not doing a whole lot. Deal X damage to the first opposing creature. X is the number of treefolk cards you control, including their reinforcement. So I actually think that the first ability is going to be a lot more useful than the second. I think this is really what kind of holds him back, is just not having great second ability. When there's only when there's only 2 abilities and only one is really useful, makes it a tough sell for the guy. But I do like his passive. His mana gains are pretty good too. What do you think about these 2 ability planeswalkers? Well, you're putting a lot on, you're banking a lot on the abilities being good, and if they don't end up being good, then they make for a much worse walker. Okay, so I'm making my other creatures into tree folk, making Omo into a tree folk. Everything becomes changeling, so everything's a tree folk, and so yeah, Vraska is there to give menace and double strike. And yeah, this got Wickersmith in here as well. A little bit of Blight in here, just a splash of Blight. I think this deck is not fully baked, but we'll see what we get out of it. Okay, sweet. We start with an Omo and an Umbral Mantle. Hopefully I get all those out before they're discarded. I'm not going to take the bait on the Temple Discovery there. I'd like a Timber Protector. Still need to get this Omo down. Just probably going to discard my Umbral Mantle, which is going to suck. Yep. I probably should have put something else in that first position, but I was hoping to cast it on that turn before. She's outgaining me with mana I don't like. That's not cool. Don't get rid of all my supports. Oh, I was hoping to get there. Okay, well, Flying Berserk with with prevent damage. That's one way to get rid of it. All right. I was gonna save that Tribute to Hunger. Losing that Umbral Mantle hurt. I don't have a lot of ramp otherwise. Okay, let's get the Twilight Mire down. Can I generate 6 mana here? I'm not seeing it. I think this might be my... Oh, no, that's... Shoot, that was the wrong thing to do there. Oh, okay. You're not going to use your first ability? All right, then. I will have to do this then. Okay, now we got things going here. Now that we're almost done. Okay, I don't care about you. So all my private creatures gain double strike, and they're changelings, so they're all double strikes. I guess I will create that. So here we go. Hits for 8 with the little tree bark token. So yeah, that's not really doing a whole lot for us, is it? That second ability. An extra 8 damage or life loss or whatever. You gain a little life back. That's kind of nice. That's kind of a very half-assed tree folk deck. But I'm still getting through planar chaos pretty easily. What is my other sapling deck here? Oh, okay. Oh, this is fun. This is my green-black Blight idea. Emperor of Bones plus Blight tokens are really fun. Or Blight gems is really cool. So this is a cool looping deck. Green-black loops. Not a lot of people run looping in green-black. So this will be a fun one to showcase here. I think you guys will like this deck. So let's start with, let's get Archdruid's Charm down so we can grab an Emperor of Bones, if possible. Yes, Emperor of Bones and a Twilight Mire. Okay, that's a good start. Oh, and a Wickersmith Tools? Come on, let's go. Let's start with Emperor of Bones, put down a Twilight Mire, and then get something back from the grave. Yeah, here we go. Oh, but not Wickersmith Tools isn't down yet. Once Wickersmith Tools is down, we get to see some fireworks. All right. Twilight Mire. Unfortunately, there's not another Emperor of Bones, but if we get this Monstrous Vortex down, then we'll be able to fetch one. Because Monstrous Vortex lets you discover when you cast a creature card with power of 4 or more. So that's what we'll be doing. Grab another Emperor. Okay, an Archdruid. Let's grab some more Blight cards. Oh, I guess I could have grabbed more than that. Okay, next turn I think we're going to have some fun stuff happening. Chaos Spewer creates tokens when we attack, so that's also very cool. All right, let's see if we get the Emperor Bones down first, so that gives everything the skeleton type. I realize not everybody's going to know what the hell's happening here, but let's let the deck play out, and then I'll explain it better. I think if I explained it first, you guys would just be like, yeah, and then not even care. But once you see the deck in action, then you'll be like, wait, how'd you do that? So Emperor keeps going higher and higher. Anti-Ul, whenever I create a Blight gem, is drawing a card with a nice little extra bonus of pinging them for 5 life loss. So that's cool. Although my hand is full, so probably not going to draw a lot. Be mostly fetching. So yeah, just grab whatever you need at the time. Monstrous Vortex and Archdruid lets you grab what you need, and then you just keep the loop going that way by just filling up your hand with the cards you want. And there we go. Okay. Who needs an explanation? There are a lot of moving parts in this deck, and there are a lot of things that that work with each other in maybe not so obvious ways. So Let me just go through some of them. But I've never really successfully built like kind of a dual engine looping deck. And I think this is the closest I've gotten to that. Because we got Emperor of Bones and Blight creating a loop deck. So what do we got here? Emperor of Bones. Skeleton Noble 2/2. When this creature enters the battlefield, each card in your hand gains the skeleton subtype. When you cast a skeleton card, this creature gets +5/+5. Then return the first card from your graveyard to your hand. This card gains X mana. X is this creature's power. So pretty soon, all you need is probably like 2 cards, and you're able to cast, or 2 triggers of this guy casting a skeleton card, and he's already big enough to cast most cards in your deck. After like a 3rd one, then yeah, pretty much any card you cast with the skeleton subtype, you're getting a new free card. So this guy's a monster. They really buffed him to be scary and what everybody was worried about when we first saw him. And yeah, he's really good if you know how to build for him. So the thing you have to build for with him is putting things into your graveyard. So that is what Archdruid's Charm is here for, to get things going. Archdruid's Charm, pick 2 of the first 4 creature and or land cards from your library. So we got the land that gives us 15 mana in here because it's just that good. You get a little bit of extra stuff too, but we're really worrying about the fetch and destroy. Picking those first 2 creatures, if you need an Emperor of Bones, you grab that. If you need a Blight token maker, you grab that. You need Untitled to get your loop going. You can grab that. So super versatile card, and it does a lot for us with the destroying, putting things into our graveyard for Emperor of Bones to trigger off of. And then Wickersmith tools. When you create a Blight gem, gain 5 mana. So this triggers off of any Blight gem created. You create 3 Blight gems, then you get 15 mana from that. So that's why that card is ridiculous, and why Chaos Pure is in here. And okay, so it's only 2, but still 2 Blight gems. When it enters the battlefield or attacks for 2 mana, create 2 Blight gems. So yeah, you can fetch this guy with Archdruid's Charm, and when you get it into play, it's going to give you 10 mana with Wickersmith tools in there. So that helps the loop get going. And then when it attacks, you get that other 10 mana to kick off your next turn. So it really feeds itself really easily once everything gets set up. Eventide Shadow, gain X mana. So you're gaining X mana already, and you're creating 5 Blight gems. So on top of the X mana you're getting from all the shields in play, you're getting an extra 25 mana from the Wickersmith tools when you cast this. So it's kind of ridiculous. They made Blight maybe a little too good. Sunken Citadel to get things going in the beginning. It's not as useful the further you go, but you know, it's something to feed Archdruid's Charm too. Auntie Ul, I did not use her. I didn't really get her at first, but now that I use her, she's like a must-have for a Blight deck if you're going to go this route. Ward, create 3 Blight gems. Nobody ever chooses Ward, so it doesn't really matter. But if if Greg did choose Ward, then you would get 15 mana off of that if Wickersmith tool's in play. When a Blight gem is created, draw a card, then your opponent loses 5 life. So that's how you get things going in the beginning if you don't have an Emperor Bones. And also, once you get your Emperor Bones, if you have a full hand, then everything becomes a skeleton, which will trigger that. Finally, Monstrous Vortex. At the beginning of your turn, seed a gem. Doesn't matter, but this is why this is in here. When you cast a creature with power 4 or greater, discover 4. Then if that creature is a creature card, you gain X mana. X is the amount of seed gems on the board. That's almost never something you really have to worry about, or not worry about, but you almost never get enough benefit for that to be anything. What we're really using this for is the Discover 4. So this is going to help us just keep the loop going because we just get to pick whatever we want from our deck to keep the loop going. So that's why this deck is so good to me. Okay. Hopefully that all made sense to everybody. I think this deck is very tightly presented and it works well. It's fun for that reason. Okay, Monsters Vortex, Sunken Citadel. I don't need the Monsters Vortex yet, but I could always use a Sunken Citadel. Alright, well, I got into play. Anyway, I guess I could have saved them in my hand. But that's alright. Okay, just wanted to make sure there was nothing in the chat I was missing. Okay, cool. When I cast a creature. Okay, so we got a creature again. Let's do an Archdruid Charm. Okay, because Auntie Ul came in. Is there anything I'm playing here? Two of the first four creature cards. Okay, we'll grab a Chaos Spewer. That will draw some cards, so we'll get some good cards happening there. Get these into our hand. All right, cool. Emperor Bones. See if we can grab a Wickersmith tool. That would be great. Okay, yeah. There we go. Wickersmith tool. I lost a card there, but I wasn't sure what it was. That's all right. Okay, I would like Wickersmith first. Can I do that? We got a nice match. Okay, yeah, we do. He gains 8 mana on green and black matches, so that's good. That's a plus for him. Okay, cool. We get the loop going. Grab an Emperor Bones. At this point, once everything's all set up, I don't even know if it's that necessary to rely on Emperor Bones for everything. Shoot, I guess the loop didn't quite go how I expected to, but that's fine. Dragonhawk. Yeah, there's that little passive giving us a little bit of life back. I haven't figured out a great way to take advantage of that. Maybe Midnight Snack or something. Doesn't help that Sunken Citadel is converting to white. There we go, Eventide. Well, we won anyway, but it's just kind of fun to watch the loop go. Drawing a bunch, pinging him for damage. It might be that we don't even get to the combat phase. Yeah, Archer's Charm, why not? So sometimes Auntie Ul ends up being the win con. So there's a lot of different ways to win with this deck. Not 2 to be exact. You either whittle them down with Auntie Ul, or You get the Emperor of Bones, big enough to swing for massive damage. Okay, we didn't get we didn't get to the life loss, but that's okay. I kind of want to rework that Tree Folk deck, but let's first move on to cool, Master and Monsters Vortex. After all this time, again, that's another card I'm talking about. Like card you pull and you're just like, I'll never play it. 2 years later, you're like, oh, this card is actually really good in this deck. Cool. So we got through Planar Chaos, no problem at all with definitely not S tier walkers, and definitely, well, I think that second sapling deck is, I don't know, I wouldn't call it S tier deck, but it's a good deck. So the other ones were kind of relative jank. That the Tree Folk deck definitely needs some more fiddling around. Let's check out Kiora. Why not? So I think she might be my least favorite of the four that I'm showcasing. I think her abilities are just okay. Her mana gains kind of suck. You can throw a Sunken Citadel or something on there, but it's going to just buff up her other mana bonuses. So maybe we need something like Chromatic Lantern in here. This is kind of a fun deck. She wouldn't be my preferred Planeswalker to use this deck with, but it is fun. So let me just show it for you guys. It's kind of control. It does weird things. I think I built this just to showcase what Grimoire Thief can do. Shauna's Tidebinder was really fun because with Felix Five Boots, you just copy your. Here we go. You just copy your Tidebinder, and okay, so Surveil 3 is pretty good because what we want is to get to our creatures. She's pretty good at that. And then we get to gain a little mana. So her first ability, I think, is the one I use the most. It's very similar to Kaito's ability. That's very similar. Surveil and draw a card. But I like that this one gains you mana as well. Uh-oh, Twilight Mire. I don't like that. Let's see if we can get that Umbral Mantle down before he starts to do nasty things. No great matches. We get a +1 on white at least. That's better than nothing. Oh, did I have Umbral Mantle down already? Shoot, I didn't even realize. Chimmel. Revival of the Ancestors. That's not a card I see played very often. Yeah, I don't like her mana bonuses. I think they slow me down too much. Might Form Harmonizer. That's another card I haven't seen very often at all. Kind of an interesting deck they're playing. All right, what do we got? Okay, so Tidebinder comes in. We're going to disable his stuff. See if I can grab Grimoire Thief. Jeez, where is it hiding? I would like to universally surveil. Let's see if we can do that. Tidebind this guy. Okay, there's the thief. See if we can get him in. All right. And then we're going to Tidebind next turn. He's really not playing enough removal, letting me do this. Okay. Destroying his stuff with the elixir and the thing together. And demo field. That's the thing I meant. All right, Grimoire Thief. We get Tidebinder. 5 boots. Another elixir. All right, Grimoire Thief. I wish it had already created the what do you call it? The little activate gems before the elixir triggers, but that's okay. So we get a bunch of stuff. Oh, see that? Casting spells from the grave. I don't think that's supposed to happen, but enjoy it while you can. All right, another Tidebinder. And another Felix. Anytime you need to permanently disable something, you got it ready for you in your hand. But yeah, the main issue I have with her are her crappy mana gains. At least she doesn't have any minuses, but her pluses don't have enough plus for me. Can throw Chromatic Lantern in here maybe, instead of what should I take out for it though? I like them. I like all these cards. I guess Time Stop. I hate to leave it out, but we need some mana generation. Where is what set is Chromatic Lantern from? Is it from Ravnica? It is, right? Yeah, there it is. 20 mana though. It's gonna take forever to get a 20 mana card down. I guess we could do Sunken Citadel. Raise our bonuses that way. With some benefit on ETB. Let's see. I don't know. It's the one thing that really stops me from doing much. with her. Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see you again. Now you get to bother me like turnabout is fair play. Just going through the Planeswalkers. I've so far showcased Avacyn a little bit. Sapling. I'll get to Ashling, saving her for last. Okay, Grimoire Thief. Want that down. Want the Sunken Citadel down because we need to raise her bonuses. She has a plus on white, so at least we'll get some mana from that. Oh, Sig River Cutthroat. I hate that. Let's see. Can we get some stuff in our hand? Okay, Cryptic Command would be great. But so would Umbral Mantle. Yeah, Umbral Mantle. There we go. Then if we... we'll need to get Felix down first. Actually, maybe Umbral Mantle wasn't the best play, but let's see what we get with Grimoire Thief here. Felix, sweet. Desolate Mire, Elixir. Oh, a Tidebinder. Yes, that's what we wanted. We get this guy out of our way. And we are casting spells from the grave. Shh. Don't tell nobody. Oh, you suck. It's one way to get around Ward. It's a good amount of loyalty, too. Our Billies are, I think, too expensive as well. Was that a Grimoire? No? Okay. Oh, that's why. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. I wish his Activate Gem showed up before 1,000-Year Elixir gets triggered. Okay, nice. Pulled a Sunken Citadel. Pulled a Cryptic Command out. Don't be surprised if that gets fixed at some point, but you never know. Okay, we got some Tidebinders coming. Oh, shoot. I was hoping I would get there before. Okay. We get some life gain back. Good. Get some more life gain. Oh, and a Grimoire. Let's bring our Felix back in. Sweet. Okay. Well, we're going to disable the demon, so we won't have to worry about that anymore. Get some draw. That's another nice thing about Tishana. She draws as well on ETB. Actually, you may or may not like that when it comes to Felix. Shieldred Whispering one. Interesting. I know this is going to screw things up, but I just want to show you guys what her third ability does. 60 to the face of all the creatures is fun, but it's a bit at odds with my disable creature strategy. It's okay. He really hates Felix. What do you do to you? It's very rare that that convert 3 gems actually does a whole lot for me. It works better when I have more than just wait, so I have an octopus in play. Does it have to be a non-token octopus or something? It should have converted to 6, not just 3. What's buffing my creatures? Good question. What is buffing my creatures? Is it a passive or something? Let's see what's triggering there. Oh, it's Umbral Mantle. Yeah. Your first creature gets +2/+2 and gains vigilance on combat on your turn. It's non-token on the ability, right? Is it? It probably is. OG Kiora makes 4 octopi. New Kiora shortchange you. Old OG Kiora does not damage creatures when you create octopus, though, which is, I guess, an upgrade. But I agree. Oh, hey, Ratnix. What's up, man? I don't know if you're in the chat here, but there's your thing here. Creatures. Okay, is it? Oh, okay, if you have 3 or more creatures in your library. Okay, that's why. So is OG Kiora worse? I don't know. She's dual color, so that's a plus. Her abilities, her first 2 abilities are better than this Kiora's. Like if we look at Master of the Death, OG, yeah, this right here. These mana bonuses. This is what keeps anybody from playing her, and why she's been outclassed by Kazmina in every way. And then also these days with removal running rampant, spending 24 loyalty to put down a big blue octopus that can get wiped out before it does anything is just not very efficient. So you're much better off using your first 2 abilities, which are kind of expensive, 9 and 12. So yeah, she's not worth picking up unless for some reason you really want a new blue and green walker. But she used to be the best planeswalker in the game. That is how much power creep has happened in the 8 years or whatever. No, what is it, like 10 years of this game now? Yeah. So that is the change. And then yeah, so you look at what she brings to the table. It's not much. What is this other deck that I have here? Blue gems. Oh yeah, I was just messing around to see if I could do something with the but this deck really changed since my first outing with it. But it's kind of a cool deck. I guess I could share it with you. I wonder if I like this one more than the one before. That little chroma thing. Oh, the Spectre. That's a good card. He's gonna take my Demon Fury away from me if I don't get rid of him. So we'll do that. You can use their deck slots to store extra deck builds for good walkers. I mean, I could, or I could just save that screenshot. That's probably the smarter way of doing it. Koma's just good. Just wins fast. It's not really showcasing the deck. It's more showcasing Koma. Gaslight. Wait a sec. I know this deck. It's the one I shared, isn't it? Gaslord and that creature. Makes me think I shared you that deck. That's funny. Well, sorry, but Greg really did us dirty. He is, isn't he? I'll do one more with Kiora. I just don't find her all that fun to play, so I'm probably not going to do much with her after this showcase here. I just don't like her mana gains. She's not bringing a whole lot more to the table beyond that. Irish Raven, he's pretty good. He's playing Oko, which we don't see very often. When Oko was new, you saw him everywhere. Everyone was playing Oko. For some reason, kind of fell off. What are we doing? This is going to be my last battle with Kiora because I'm getting tired of her. But we'll move on to Ashling afterwards. Get ambiguity. See, I thought I could take advantage of ambiguity with that second ability with the gem conversions, but ambiguity just kind of works just fine on its own, and the ability didn't bring a whole lot to the table. So we need to probably lean into. Oh shoot! I forgot about the imminent death thing. I think we need to lean in more into the blue matches or blue gem conversion with her. I said no such thing. How dare. Um, Demon Inferior would be great. Can we get that down? He spreads lies. Lies and innuendo. Igra, that's kind of a scary card too. And yeah, if there's not a blue match on the board, we're kind of screwed. And he keeps stealing them from me, which also sucks. I mean, okay, this deck is not the greatest, but she's not helping. We get a Commodore Guff, at least. I bet I'll rate it. Yeah, we need to find some creatures, so let's surveil. That first ability is pretty good. Not gonna lie. I like this ability. It's the only really cool thing she's got going for her. Beyond that, eh. Early assessment, I would say she's probably like a C plus walker. Crappy mana gains. Pretty whatever abilities. Makes it a little bit just not that fun. I think he's running a pretty good deck too. This Oko guy. Dang. Fangs of Colonia. Yeah, this guy's serious. He's trying to win fast with those fangs. Oh boy. Do we have any shot here? Maybe we can surveil into a... Do I have Umbral Mantle now? Okay, we don't need Umbral Mantle. I could surveil into a Demon Inferior, maybe? I think that's maybe our only shot. Oh, okay, well, here we go. If we don't get the Cascade of Cascades here, we are screwed royalty. Okay, we're good. We're good for another turn. We'll see what happens on his next turn, but at least we got this going for ourselves. Not dead yet. Oh, is this a Manifest Dread deck from the Pipes deck? That's kind of cool. I respect that. Okay, we don't need this guff yet. It would be nice to get another guff down, but we don't need it. Okay, we get seed, so that helped us. Oh, shoot, there was a blue match I could have gone for. Sorry. Just kind of letting it loose. Okay, that Demon Inferior. God, that saved our ass. Didn't Billy the Mountain destroy Pinedale? I don't know. I'll have to Google it. Okay. Can we get any blue conversion? Okay. Finally. Our ability did something for us. Get a lock and load, a Starwinder. Okay. Let's see how much of our hand we can fill. Not much. We didn't really have a lot of support shields down, I guess. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, Irish Raven, he's a good player. He's been around. He's an OG. So I'm not surprised that was a pretty difficult battle. I really only won because I happened to grab that Demon Inferior. Palmdale. That's different than Pinedale for sure. But yeah, that deck needs more blue mana generation and more removal. But I'm probably not going to spend the time to really work that deck out because I just don't think she's that fun. Okay, quick battle for Standard is done. Let's move on to Quick Battle Legacy and see how my Ashling decks fare there. Who's Billy the Mountain now? I gotta Google. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, Ashling. All right, let's look at her abilities. She's got a lot of fun stuff going on for her. Heat and Revenge. At the beginning of your turn, if an opposing creature dealt damage to you last turn, convert X gems to black. X is equal to your chroma black. No Zappa fans then. Guess not. Very few. Yeah, if we're talking about, just in the world, probably. I mean, he's got his diehards though. Just never was really my thing personally, but The passive is very minimal. I don't know. I would disagree with that. I guess maybe the way you're playing her, you're trying to win as fast as you can. But it's kind of a nice little bonus for when things are not quite going your way. You get a little bit of uh, advantage back your way with all the gem conversion from Chroma. But Zappa fans aren't too far from Juggalos. I'd say Zappa fans are more like Grateful Dead fans and stuff, aren't they? Or no? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Chroma isn't fast, but I like the counter. Deal 6 damage to target creature. Sometimes it comes handy in a pinch. But this ability can get really strong. Flamekin Atonement. Exile all cards from your opponent's graveyard. Deal X damage to opposing creature. X is the number of creatures your opponent's exile. X times 5, then gain that much life. Snotty music fans like Fish fans or Tool fans. Yeah, pretty much. I like Tool fans like this generation's Zappa fans. That's kind of funny. I never thought of it that way, but sure. Okay, so what are my decks here? We got one that's built around the exile, and we got this nice discard one. See, I'm pretty sure this is the one that Ratnix was running. Because, look, Needle Spectre, Gas Lord of Fugu. Who else is running these two creatures together? We also got Aclazots and a bunch of other nasty stuff. Undercity Plague. What the heck's a Juggalo? Don't act like you don't know. You're probably the number one Juggalo fan. You probably got hella Fago in your refrigerator. All right, so let's go at it. This is a little bit of Blight thrown in here for good measure, but I think this is mainly for the support destruction is why this card is in here. Because I don't think this has Wickersmith tools in it, did it? I think Wickersmith is really only that useful if you're going to put, if you're going for Blight just in general as your main function to your deck strategy. Otherwise, it's probably going to sit dead in your hand for a while. I don't like this. Okay, we got a little Chroma. Never felt the transatlantic distance more than that. Oh, we make fun of them on our side of the pond too. Don't worry. Once you get up to speed, you'll be making fun of them with us in no time. Okay, we got a red match. The gas line. Never liked ICP or Beastie Boys. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, Beastie Boys are overrated, if you ask me. There's some stuff I like. They're more of like a vibe. Oh geez. Man, I'm getting slaughtered this battle. Okay, well. GG's. Yeah, I mean, they definitely have some good songs, good albums. Overall, I just like other groups, especially from that time more. First album was Licensed to Ill. That was I was too young to get albums, but my brothers played the hell out of Licensed to Ill. My favorite album for them is probably uh not Check Your Head. What was the one after that? Or was it Check Your Head? The 94 album? I thought there was a different album. Is it called Check Your Head? I don't know. I need to brush up on my Beastie Boys, but the one with like So What You Want, I think that was Check Your Head. I don't know. Mixmaster Mike is amazing. Yeah. I was solid New Wave when that came out. Yeah, I didn't. New Wave is way more of a more recent dive in for me. Okay, we're getting some elementals. To be honest, I'm probably more engaged in the conversation about Beastie Boys than this battle, so I'm probably gonna lose it again. But I assume the hunter was a Pink Floyd guy. Apparently he's a Zappa guy. No shade, because I literally don't know much Zappa music, so there might be stuff I like there. He likes the Floyd too. Okay, let's see what we get when we exile. I don't think we'll get a lot, but maybe. Okay, 55 was pretty solid actually. What is this, ripples? No, we want ripples down. Did he really? Huh, I didn't know that. 55 is not even the craziest. I mean, it's great. It was nice to get some life back, but I think my record is like 150 something. Yeah, I'm not actually doing the best showcase of her. Fight for Your Right was him riffing. Oh, okay. For some reason, I just thought it was one of them. Well, let's just win. Why go through the whole rigmarole? And it does get bigger as you go. Considering if you're continuously filling his grave. So yeah, that one hit for 80. What is this Walker deck doing? I'm so lost. Yeah, that's my bad. I haven't really been explaining it very well. Rick Rubin was working with Slayer. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I honestly didn't even know that Slayer has been around that long. I thought they were like more of a late 80s start, but I don't have a great knowledge of metal, so I'm the wrong person to ask. This one is just basically just a discard, just really kind of just built around discarding them so we can build up their grave. So we're doing it manually, by or manually. I don't know what you call it. Do it one by one by all the discard here. We're destroying their hand. We're getting rid of everything they put down with Undercity Plague and Tribute to Hunger. And we're destroying their library with Ripples of Undeath, which is also going to build up our loyalty so that we can really stick it to them with that third ability. Because, yeah, we hit for 55, we hit for 80. We don't necessarily have to do a ton of damage, though if you wanted to, the bats can get pretty big once we get there. But we're basically just filling up their graveyard to do maximum lethality with the third ability. So, yeah, let's lock in a bit. This is Legacy QB. We got to take it serious. All right, cool. A Ripples and an Undercity Plague. Nice. Okay, I could go red into black there. Get the Needle Spectre down. The one thing I should say that the way I constructed this deck with Undercity Plague, unfortunately, I'm usually going to be wiping out my opponent's creatures before they get to hit me. So the chroma doesn't. The chroma in this deck is pretty unreliable. Just FYI, if you're planning to use this deck or something similar. Personally, I don't love an ability or anything like that that relies on taking advantage of our opponent doing stuff to us. But this one is cool, provided that you can build up the chroma a bit. We're not really relying on her chroma so much. Maybe my other deck I can showcase chroma a little more. The other deck might be better. We'll see. This deck is just like so aggressively hand hate. So it's probably hell to face if things get going on Greg's side. So how does that hit compare to Kaya's A3? I think probably pretty similar. It seems to me, because it's got the multiplier, that it gets bigger faster. Like it hits harder faster, I would think. I haven't used Kaya in a while, so I don't know what like the latest tech on her really is. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not the right person to ask for that. I'm just curious how much this third ability hit for. $95. Very nice. Kind of a longer, drawn out battle there. Because that's just this type of deck. A card. I was just leaning into control a little more than I normally do. Okay, let's take a look at the other one. Okay, this exile deck. Okay, this one is just built all around exiling them. And it might be a stronger deck than the last one. It doesn't have the hand hate, but it does have some interesting things happening with it. I'm not sure why I have Requiem Monolith in here. I think I just wanted to try it to see how it went. But I think it's pretty good. First creature causes combat damage this turn. Draw 3 cards and lose 3 life. Then your opponent loses life. Ex-wife. X is a number of cards in your hand. So I like draw for mono black. So that's why that's in here. But Chimmel's probably a lot better. But I kind of want to master this one. But it'll be a good card to look into when Chimmel rotates. Got some chroma. I thought he was going to steal my black match. I guess he ended up not needing it. Again, Eventide Shadow is really just there for the support destruction. Get ourselves an Umbral Mantle. We'll save this tribute. Oh wait, this is still the Needle Spectre deck. Oops. Wrong deck. Oh well. We'll share this one more time. Okay, Etheric Amplifier. This will help us get some more chroma. See, I keep destroying the dudes I throw out to build up my, or get my chroma advantage. It's more relevant during longer battles. Maybe I'll do a PvE to finish so that you can see how much you can build up that third ability. Put the Ghast Lord down. And just keep shredding their hand. It's really hard to get much going when you just don't have the cards. Got ourselves some more chroma. We're at what? Chroma 8? Too bad there's no trigger for it, but didn't need it. That's the one thing about her. It's like you're at odds sometimes with her ability triggers. Still get plus chroma from Blighting Match. Yep. Okay, this is the one I meant to play. Okay, Lars' favorite. Koth 1. Although this is Legacy, so who knows what kind of scary things they're going to throw at us. He could easily have some monster deck to throw at me. But we'll see. An early Ulamog would definitely help. Keep things clean. Well, we could steal his red magic because we get a good amount of mana from them as well. So we'll target red when possible. Ripples, definitely want ripples down. So when we use this third, not only is that going to give us a good amount of destruction and all that, but it's going to make our Ulamog that much more potent as well. Okay, here we go. Stress Appropriation. That would be nice to get down. Oh, Dragonhawk. Yep. Good old Dragonhawk. I mean, I can't complain. I use her all the time. Or him? I don't know. For some reason, I think Dragonhawk is a she. I could be wrong. Dang, that's a lot. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Okay, we could, I would like to Inevitable Defeat. I think I'm going to save that. Build up some Chroma here. Abstruse. Satan's Chicken. I like that. Kind of has hen coloring. I know, right? I think that's why people sometimes call her a chicken hawk. Oh, dang. Well, I would like to get to my third ability and see how much we can ping him for, because he's really building up his own thing here. Okay, we get a 5 match. Get some Chroma going. Try to Inevitable Defeat. Get rid of some of this stuff. That's nice. Love hawks. We have a lot of red tails and some other birds of prey we live in here. This area of the country I live in is very good for hawks as well. We got red tails, red shoulders, Cooper's hawks, which are little ones, and osprey. Good stuff. Okay, I don't see me getting out of this. I would like an Olamog. I guess I can hit this guy. I hated to use a loyalty on that of all things, but I kind of had to. Dang it. Okay, well, he didn't have much loyalty. Pyretic Rebirth. God, with this freaking deck. Okay, so we get an Olamog down. I would like to tribute to Hunger. There's so much of this deck that's still in my hand. Jeez. With nothing really helping us. Kingfishers out there? I don't think I've seen them in a while. There are. They're fairly rare. They pretty much keep to the river. Ooh, 43. But I don't know. Depending on what he throws out at me, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much with that. Ouch. Ooh, jeez. Okay, our Chroma. Okay, we need that tribute to Hunger. Kingfishers along the canal. We have kingfishers. We have night herons sometimes. Ooh, 82. God, we're making a comeback here. If it's a Dragonhawk, I'm probably dead. Okay, good. It wasn't a Dragonhawk. That guy's annoying, but he's not going to do a lot. Deal 6 damage. No, don't. Phew, this was quite the battle. But Koth is Koth, so 122. All right. Well, he ended up helping me with all the exile he's doing for him on himself. So somehow we pulled that win out of the crack of our butts. Hopefully the next battle is not that difficult. Okay, well, that was our 4th match. Let's go back to standard. How about a little bit less, a little easier of a time. Get Ashling just for that big hit. Sure. I would say of all these, if I had to rank them, I would say Ashling 1, Sapling 2, Avacyn 3, and Kiora a distant 4. Okay, exile this guy. This will be interesting because we're both going to be doing some exiling. She'll be filling up her grave. Well, okay, here's the test, right? Ashling versus Kaya. The battle we've all been waiting for here. Okay, Requiem Monolith. We don't have a creature yet. So we'll save it until we get at least a little fleeting elemental down. Don't like tribute. Or don't like healer, so we'll get that out of there with tribute. You get different kingfishers, probably. I'm sure there are a bunch of different types of kingfishers. Abstruse appropriation. Is there anything to steal? Not really, so we won't worry about that. Oh, it's a Nettlevine Blight. That's what it is. So maybe we do want to get that out of there. With Abstruse. We get him with Inevitable Defeat too. That'll work just as fine. We only have one species. Yeah, I don't know how many different species there are here, but I just mean like there are different types of kingfishers probably than what you have over there. the the theme of the chat has been all over the place. I kind of like it. Okay, we get Kozilek. So that's going to be doing stuff to the exile. I see they are doing a... Does this work on Vanguards? Does Abstruse work on Vanguards? I have no idea. Guess we'll find out. Do we got anything cool? No, I guess not. So we'll steal some swaps from her. Does the chat randomness reflect the quality of Planeswalkers on view? I think so. There might be something to that. People would rather talk about... I mean, I guess so. Proof is in the pudding, right? When we were talking about... when I was playing Kiora, we were talking about like Beastie Boys and Rick Rubin. So you may have a point. A lot of gunking up on the mana in this one, so I might need to retool this deck a little bit to get a little more out of it. Let's see, we don't need any of this. Probably don't need Kozilek. Not my favorite. Okay. Let's do a little retool there and take this into PvE. and just see how much we can bump up that A3. We probably need some more loyalty generators to get to the, what do you call it? To the third ability more often. Where is it? Fateful Showdown. Here we go. Okay, let's go right to Noxious. And Ashling is at the... I also like that she starts with A, so I can get to her faster. Exile. Okay, we don't need Requiem Monolith. We want Etheric Amplifier. It was good to have all that removal. Let's get something that is going to convert more gems. Let's do Great Arishan City. Where you be? There you are. Convert 4 gems to black. Enough said. And maybe these are really expensive creatures, so Umbral Mantle might not be the best. Especially if we want to save loyalty for the A3 instead of spamming the A1 for a creature. So instead, we will do some... we'll do just a cheap converter here. Oh, there's too much to go through. CGT Black. Oh, I don't have it on my... I'm on my desktop or my laptop, so I can't do this, do the thing. You know what? I found a stupid yet kind of effective way to use these stupid lands that lose shields. With Tezzeret, the third ability that makes your opponent take 10 damage when you lose a support or when a support of yours gets destroyed. So it destroys itself, so I didn't say it was amazing, but it is a way to use it. Do I want to do Bloodstained Mire? Because it's going to fetch a land. But I don't really have lands other than Arishan City. No, never mind. I think I'll just do Raucous Theater. All right. Etheric Amplifier. Good. And Raucous Theater. Yeah. Get that down. So we get some conversion happening. Build up our chroma. Dang, he gets 12 on black matches. That's kind of scary. All right, and we get chroma. Let's do this. Get a fleeting elemental down so that we can start to get something happening here. Creating so much black matches for him. Maybe that's kind of a double-edged sword we got going here. Okay. Let's do this. Get an Olamog. This will help. Stupid Midnight Oil. I would like to gain some life back. So hopefully we can get to the third ability sooner rather than later. We're at Chroma 6. That's nice. Oh, you suck. I want that ripples, though. Okay, Chroma 7 coming through. Look at that. That's pretty nice. We got tons of black gems still to go for. So let's. Oh, that was underhanded designs. Whatever. It was just a fleeting elemental. All right. Then we got ripples. We got a nice chroma going. So what do we get? 75. Okay, good start. We got our ripples down, so well, it might take a while for us to get to another enough graveyard. See if we don't win before that. Do I only have one converter down? Jeez. Okay, well, we win next turn. Maybe I should have saved that third ability. Gosh, I have all these converters in here, and there's like none on the board right now. What's up with that? Oh yeah, I'm not sure if Etheric Amplifier was in my deck that one time you were asking me was buffing my creatures, but that also does. That wasn't quite the showcase I wanted it to be, but I think you get the idea. Um, I'll play the discard one more time because that one doesn't grow as fast, so that will give me some more chances to hit her third. Ashling the creature or oh the walker? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm using her. Or are you just telling the public at large? Okay, get an amplifier down. That'd be nice. Looks like there's no mana field. Maybe we'll go here. No problem. Hope you like the showcase here. The large public. Okay, one little chroma. See if we can build it up a little more. Hit you. I don't know. That was kind of a waste of loyalty points. But yeah, it really was. Why did I do that? Oh shoot. All my creatures? Come on. Okay, lots of loyalty. Cool. I lost a support in the process, though. I don't like that. That gets to go. Get an Undercity Plague and a Ripples. Wow. Nice. I'm only at Chroma 2? Dang. Yeah. Let's bring you back. Ghast Lord would be good. Tap down. Again? Come on. And that blew up my Undercity Plague, too. That sucks. I want my Ghast Lord down. Let us do this and gain some life back. 75, pretty good. Should know better than to challenge Greg's mana gains. He does get a lot of mana. I'll give you that. Dang. Chroma 6, so we're getting there. I definitely want another Undercity Plague down. Chroma 7. Back had to answer 2 phone calls. Boo. I hate talking on the phone. Where is... No black matches? No? Okay, fine. Fine then. Okay, we get our Undercity Plague down. Great. Don't love that, but I actually kind of wanted the more cards anyway. Chroma 9. Let's go. Look at all that. Okay, let's see. What do we get? 135. Pretty good. In most cases, you're hitting for a 75 and then a 135. You're winning. Noise? You make noise. You're the chat. Okay, fine. Give me more cards. Got a Tribute to Hunger, Eventide Shadow. Okay. Like draw. Yes. We do like draw. For mono black, it's kind of a necessary thing. All right, this should be the death blow. Yep. 175. Or actually, how much is it going to be? Let's see. It's too bad Hunter left before I could really showcase that. 180. Yeah. I almost got it right on the dot. Yeah, cool. So This other deck, I think I want to retool a little bit. Why is draw necessary? Because there aren't cards that do it. Well, because there's just not a lot of cards in black that will draw for you, and then if you end up needing if you don't have what you want in your hand, it's kind of hard to cast it. There is a decent amount of draw in black, but it usually comes at a price. But it's not like the worst thing ever. It's usually just like lose a little bit of life. Okay, so I like that deck. Let's make this one a little bit more more consistent. I still think Great Arshan City is pretty good. What about Sunbird Standard? I know this thing is so fragile, but it does convert to 4 gems, which is good. Actually, let's see. These converts. Isn't there a black card that's like lose 10 life, but the effect is decent? Yeah, you're thinking of Night's Whisper. Dangerous card to play. I use it sometimes, but yeah, I've definitely lost because of it. Do I do one of these? This is 3 gems to black. Station. Which one of these is the black one? Is it Howltooth Hollow? Converts 3 gems to black. Then in return, if you have less than 1 card in your hand. Oh, that sucks. What about Exotic Orchard? When your plants converts gems. No. Reflecting Pool? Because we got other lands in here, so yeah, that should work, right? How many other lands do I need? I need 3 different land supports, so never mind. Although convert 3 to 10, even just that is not bad. But I think I want something else. How about convert plain colors? Abundant Country. Okay. Then the first card in creature card. Not amazing. Is the MKM land the wrong move for a mono? No, I don't think so. I use the MKM lands with Liliana, and it works well. But I just want to maximize my black matches, so if it's your mana, yeah, you could run Raucous Theater, Undercity Sewers, and do just fine. She only has red and black positive mana bonuses. We want some. Okay, let's do Una, Queen of the Fae, to get some. She's pretty good at getting mana for us. What's another good mana generator? It has draw, sort of. Yeah, which sometimes is relevant actually. Anything else here? What gains us mana? Gain mana. Why not? Gain mana or convert. Let's do this. See what we find. Oh yeah, Aclazotz. Oh yeah, Overlord of the Baelmerk. This converts 2 gems to black every turn. Aura Thief is not black. When a non-token creature dies or loses a reinforcement, convert to. We don't have anything that makes us gain and lose reinforcements, so that's not going to work very well for us. But that would be a cool card for certain things. Convert color, Planeswalker color. No. We got anything? Oh. Clips. When the first card, if the first card of your library is green and black, convert to. That kind of sucks. No. Don't care. Convert. Do we have anything in the other things that convert to black? Return Centaur. What's this? Oh, this is so stupid, but I'm just going to do it for fun. Cartographer's Companion. That Explore Do I have black creature? No, never mind. That's not going to work. Never mind. Let's just see what do we get with gain mana. Okay. Glarb. Cruel Claw, not the worst idea. Because that's... Okay, yeah, Cruel Claw. Let's go Cruel Claw because we're destroying and we're getting mana from it. So, yeah. I think I want to grab the full art Cruel Claw next time it comes into Fibblethip. Okay, where are we at? All right, cool. Una's going to be a good one because we're going to want to exile. We're going to try and make black gems. So we're going to get some extra mana from it. That is the idea. Yeah, Una's going to be an excellent creature for this Planeswalker because we're exiling their library and we're gaining mana every time we make a black swap, and we're trying to get black swaps, so it's good stuff. All right, we stole back the Dynavolt Tower. Yeah, people should use Abstruse Appropriation more. It's a cool card. Okay, and blue matches do stuff for us too because of Una. So yeah, I think that was a good call. So even if we don't have black and red matches, we can still get something out of it. Okay. Build up our chroma as we go. More chroma. Oh. Stupid demon. Abundant Countryside. It's probably really not a good card, but... See, this is why draw is nice and black. I have all this mana being generated, but nowhere to put it. This guy needs to come in. And hopefully next turn I'm able to use our third ability finally. Yeah, that's a pretty beefy Olamog to start with. Did I not have ripples down yet? At least ripples draws. But we want more than that. Okay, let's see what we get. 135. Pretty good. We'll have to build up our loyalty again, though. Because we just exile their graveyard, so that means Ripples is gone. Or Ripples is ineffective again. Oh, and then we won. Okay, that worked better. I still want some more draw. So maybe I do want that one card back in the Requiem Monolith. This is what I do not on stream. Why not just use Chimmel? I could. I thought about it. I don't know. Why wouldn't I? Good question. Then the stupid abundant countryside. Because I think I was just trying to find more stuff to get more black matches out of it. But no, you're absolutely right. That's probably all I needed to do. All right. Etheric Amplifier. Ulamog. Okay. Not a bad start. Build up some chroma. Ulamog is just going to wipe away the fleeting elemental on their side, so no real point in using the A1 just yet. So let's just put down the ripples. Let it do its thing for a while. Oh, I didn't need to hit that tribute to hunger. And then see where we get to. Save it for later. See if we do a nice, nasty strike toward the end here. Maybe when it gets down to like 200 hit points. Fetching a 13 mana Ulamog is not bad. You are correct. Dang it. Took out my Crow Claw. Okay, Chimmy. Get you now. Oh, but didn't I already have a Chimmel? Don't need that. Arshan City would be great. I think I just lost my ripples anyway. However, we can try and keep destroying the library if he would let my damn Cruel Claw stay on the board. All right, Una. Una is going to start giving us mana. Mana, Queen of the Fae. Cool. Building up our Ulamog. We get a free card, basically. Okay. Build up a Chroma, because why not? And then Una is going to get us some mana. There's less in the exile than I expected to have. Maybe because I haven't hit her first yet, or her third yet. Okay. Keep building up that exile. Gain 15 mana. I don't want that. I should just take it out of my hand. Did I not have a Chimel down? I thought I did. Maybe not. After this next turn, I'll use a third and see if we can one-shot him. Okay. This time, he's not going to take my creatures out. Good. Definitely wanted to keep Una around. Gain hella mana. Get rid of you. Dang. Well, that's way too little, way too late. Okay, let's see. Do I one-shot him? Ooh, yeah. It's gotta be. Look at all that exile. Dang. Okay, let's see what the number is. Final tally. $200. Okay, that might be my new record. Alert the hunter. Okay. Well, I think that'll do it. Yeah, so maybe I'll put some timestamps into the description here so you can find if you're really interested in one or the other. As far as Planeswalkers go, you can see my playthroughs of them, my thoughts about them. And yeah, did that sway you one way or the other when it comes to any of these Planeswalkers? Are you like, oh, I didn't think that I like Sapling, but I might pick them up? I didn't really. Actually, before we go, maybe I'll just play one more Avacyn. I don't think I really played her enough. I think she was the one I played easily by far the least. This is my Legacy Avacyn deck. It's just kind of fun. It's not like for Legacy, it's definitely not meta, but it's got some fun things happening in it. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot more to say about it. It's just got some fun things happening. So we'll see how this goes. Send us all on our way after this, because I've been playing way too long today. Very irresponsible. Okay, her mana gains are white and red. For some reason, red. Okay, we get Rediscover and Tristani. I just set him up with the 5 match, though. He did not take it. He wanted the mana. Get a ley line down. That'd be great. She was the one I wanted to see. Oh, really? Okay. What about her specifically made you interested in her? Because maybe I could showcase that real quick. Okay. I like to double up on Rediscover when possible. Get a star field down so I can bring it back. Felia and Leyline. That'll be good. Destroy some gems. Cool. Kamior. Gaz's favorite. like, no, how dare you? That is more offensive than anything Dorn has ever said. Okay, let's get Felia down. Leyline, Tristani. Let's get Felia or Kamior. Kamior. Okay, Leyline. Okay, let's get some churches down. Let's start up a mega church. Okay, Rediscover comes back thanks to Starfield. Let's go ahead and build up some spree count. Just want to see if the A3 is spammable. Oh, absolutely. The more you get down, the easier it is to put more down. So it does kind of stack upon itself. I mean, at the moment, there's not a lot you can do with her ability just on her own, or with loyalty just on her own. So I think in the future, her stock might rise because there might be more you can do with loyalty later on. And I think she'll have a chance to shine then. Right now, she's just all right. Spamming her loyalty is just kind of a bit of a novelty right now. Oh, dang. What was that? Oh, it was that. Was it Underhanded Designs, right? Yeah. All right, come on. With all these 5 matches. Okay, I want Ophelia. I would like an Umbral Mantle. This deck is a bit lacking in terms of mana generation. So that is one thing that I would keep aware of in case you ever want to play a deck like this. That sucks. It seems like I lost a lot of my supports. When did that happen? It's relatively cheaply costed, at least, too. Hmm. After a certain point, you can usually get to her A3 every turn. Yeah, that's the nice thing about the A3 is that it kind of helps with conversion in that regard. It's the best reason I found to use it. Nice little untargeted strike. Oh, dang. Oh, well. That's fine. We got a Tristani waiting in the wings. Just keep spamming that A3 because what the hell else am I going to do? Kind of wish that prevent damage was permanent. That would be really cool. This is why I think she's good to run Spree with. I should probably throw like another round or something in here to take advantage of all that conversion. Instead of Golden Wish, because not super necessary to have Golden Wish in here. So we won right here. But yeah, I would say for me personally, I would hold off on buying her for cash right now. How to get Double Strike from Tristani. Her activate gems give you lifelink, Double Strike, and I think Death Touch. Yes, but personally, I would hold off on buying her for cash until we see something that in mono white lets you take advantage of all that loyalty generation. I don't know exactly what that would be, but if you want to run spree cards with her, she's good for that. So you can build a spree deck around her, maybe. Just anything that converts a lot. If you wanted to throw in a coalition victory, if you have it, she's probably a good one to run that with. And yeah, so beyond that, I'm not sure what else you can really do with her right now. Her other abilities are just okay. I like the support destruction. That's pretty useful sometimes. Her other abilities kind of help with the creatures that you have down. So if you want to build around giving creatures those abilities, what do we get? First strike, vigilance, flying. So you can throw like some reach or defender creatures in here so that they can so you can get more out of her creature buffs. And yeah, that seems to be what they're trying to do with her, but I don't know. That's not really enough, especially with a Johnny bringing a lot of cool stuff to the table just for using his abilities and not really relying on all these things synergizing with each other. So she has potential. I don't think she's quite there yet in terms of like the cards we have for her, but keep an eye out for her. Ashling, I wouldn't say she's like S tier at all. I don't even know if she's really necessarily A tier. Because I say like Liliana of the Dark Realms, Valiana and all them, those are A tier mono blacks to me. I think she's just a step below them. If you want to say she's an A minus, I won't fight you on that. I'd say she's probably like a B plus. Avacyn, I would probably say is like a B minus for now. Sapling of Colfenor is probably like a B. And then this Kiora is probably like a C, C plus. So yeah, there you have it. Those are my rankings for these guys for now. And yep, I should probably try and do something today. So yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out. Thanks Gauze for not only putting on a very fun live stream that you guys should check out if you haven't yet. And for Dorn for hanging out. With 5 9s. I keep forgetting your in-game name. Hunter, of course, and everyone else who popped in and just watched. So I have some ideas for more. I don't think I'll be able to get to them this weekend, but I would like to share with you other fun decks that I built, not just around these Planeswalkers. So yeah, probably next time I'm live streaming, I'll do some of those. So yeah, thanks again for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. This was a fun one.